Yes, we got a business personality who has carved his name in Sri Lanka's corporate sector for his unparalleled achievement. So let's have a look at the introduction to welcome our guest.
He started his career by joining J.L. Morrison's as a trainee sales representative in 1975, and was confirmed as a sales representative at the time of leaving the company. Subsequently, he joined Rowlands as a district sales officer, district manager in 1977, and served in that capacity until leaving the company in 1978. In 1978, he joined the Salinco Group as a sales manager, attached to the Polonnaruwa branch of the finance company, and speedily rose to the position of Senior Assistant General Manager City Office within a short span of 8 years. During his illustrious career at the finance, he initiated the first ever project financing division in Sri Lanka, which has proved a resounding success in the long term, and was instrumental in setting up the leasing, hire purchase, and consumer durable schemes, another first by a finance company in Sri Lanka. It was his idea to introduce import financing to the finance company, setting the precedent for others to follow. And he played a leading role in forming the first ever venture capital company to be established in Sri Lanka. In 1987, with the liberalization of the insurance industry in Sri Lanka, at the very inception of Salinco Insurance, Ajith Gunawardena was appointed director in charge of the general division. As head of Salinco Insurance General, he introduced the visionary concept of a direct sales force for the industry, which was dominated by agents and brokers. He embarked on a vigorous process of expanding the distribution network of the company rapidly. And today, Salinco General Insurance owns the largest branch network in the industry, with over 425 outlets, enabling the company to attend to myriad needs of a discerning clientele with incredible speed, another aspect which he firmly believes in. VIP on the spot, the much celebrated world first, is his very own concept, an idea that riveted the world and transformed the sphere of insurance forevermore. This unprecedented idea has since been seized, embraced, and adopted by many other insurers the world over. In fact, this very concept won the coveted Innovation of the Year award at the Asia Insurance Industry Awards in 2003, competing with over 4,000 companies. The on-the-spot claim settlement concept was later extended to cover all products offered by Salinco Insurance. Under his able leadership, Salinco Insurance received a rare accolade, that of being among the top 4 general insurance companies in Asia in 2000, 2001 as well as in 2002. It was a reiteration of his formidable prowess that Salinco Insurance General once again clinched the Innovation of the Year award at the Asia Insurance Industry Awards in 2006, giving ample evidence to Ajith Gunawardena's efforts in defining what dynamism is in the most human conditions. Ajith Gunawardena's leadership ability has no equal, while his vision is unparalleled. And under his guidance, Salinco Insurance has progressed relentlessly forward, thriving and climbing to the very apex of the insurance industry in Sri Lanka. Salinco Insurance has held the position of market leader in Sri Lanka continuously since 2004. Mr. Gunawardena was also behind the first ever overseas joint venture for Salinco Insurance, setting up a strategic alliance with Sagarmatha Insurance of Nepal. He has further spearheaded the company's entry into regional markets in the Maldives, Mauritius, Bangladesh and in the Middle East, covering Bahrain, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Oman. Ajith Gunawardena continues to lead Salinco General Insurance as its Chief Executive Officer and the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Salinco Insurance plc. the holding company of the group, guiding them keenly forward with his unique brand of visionary and forthright leadership. And incidentally, he is probably the only CEO to continuously hold that position for 25 years. In the Sri Lankan business sphere, yet another unparalleled achievement.
There you are, and we have with us Mr. Ajith Gunawardena. He is the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Salinco Insurance PLC. A very warm welcome to you and a very good evening.
Thank you, Nisanka. Thank you very much for inviting me for this program.
Okay, so let's start our conversation from quite a high note, as you got a major success story to share with us today. Salinco Insurance PLC recorded 4.7 billion rupees as consolidated profit after tax during last financial year, and that is indeed a remarkable achievement. And you have been the CEO of this organization for the past 28 years, and you would be the best person to talk about this success story.
Thank you, Nisanka. I'll just say the contribution of this 4.7 billion, you have to divide into two sections. One is the life section, other is the general section. So the life section gave 60% of the profitability, and the general section contributed 40%. And in these two companies, we have certain subsidiaries. One of them is the Salinco Insurance have got a power sector. So the power sector also contributed into it. Then also we have the education sector. That too contributed to it. Then from the life side, we have the cancer unit. Then we have the health sector. They also contribute these profits. So these subsidiaries and the general and the life contributed the 4.7 billion. And taking from the insurance industry, I think we gave the highest profits in the last few years.
Fantastic. And when you started initially in 1988, there weren't many competitors in the market. But today you have many new entrants in the insurance industry. But year on year, you have been increasing your market share. How did you manage to grow your market share, irrespective of competitors entering the market? Is it a reflection of the entire insurance industry growing?
If you take the insurance industry, I think for the last 10 years, we have been always contributing more than the insurance sector.
Okay.
And the company's growth has been more than the industry. And the reason for it is that we have gone for an expansion program of distribution network, where from the time that we started with 11 branches, today we have got 435 branches. So all these branches make this contribution. And also we have a very dedicated staff where we look from their point of view, wherever they work in the company, we see that they are satisfied with their job. We have a lot of motivation programs. We have a lot of schemes where we motivate them plus reward them. And the recognition is given to the proper staff. By doing that, we have made them giving the not only the responsibility, but we have given them the authority as well. But both these things will go only hand in hand if they are also remunerated properly. So we see that the staff is happy with the responsibility, that they have got the authority, plus they have got a good package from the company. Only you can make the customer happy if the staff is happy.
Definitely.
So we make sure that they're happy, and in return that we make the customers happy. There is a saying that always the customer, you treat them as the king. But we believe that if the staff is not royalty to serve the king, I mean, we will not be successful. And we give them the status of royalty, and we give their dignity, and also we carve out their future.
Right, that's very nice to hear. When you talk about Salinco Insurance, something that we cannot leave out is VIP on the spot scheme, which revolutionized the entire insurance industry, and this was your brainchild. So when I have the concept owner right next to me, I got to ask this question. How did this concept initially originate in your mind?
Actually, it happened accidentally. I was coming with few of the senior people from the head office after a branch visit. I have that day gone to Horana, and on my way back to the head office, there was a big traffic jam in Maharagama. And we were in the traffic jam for more than 45 minutes, and we knew that definitely there has to be an accident ahead for this traffic jam. So, true to the word, there was accident, and then we were stranded there, and the people were cursing, and
Which is the normal case.
Normal case. And then I was speaking to my staff and said, why do the people, if they meet an accident, got to be on the road, and see the amount of inconvenience that it creates to the normal public? I said, see the number of vehicles that has got piled up, and they all are waiting for what? Probably for the police to come. What is the ultimate thing by waiting there? To get the insurance claim. So I said, we have to do something about it, because we have to see that the public doesn't get inconvenienced. The public doesn't have to wait after an accident for so long to police and come and take measurements and do whatever the things that they have to do, and then the insurance person coming thereafter. So I said that I'm on my way to head office, and I spoke to them over the phone and said, be ready for a discussion that we want to see as to what we could do to help the public where they don't get stranded in these traffic jams due to an accident. So when I came back to the office, the staff was ready, and we had lengthy discussions, and to cut it very short, we had the discussion going on more than 3 weeks, and we had so many obstacles. They said the police report is a must. I said, why do we need the police report? To settle an insurance claim. Then they said it's a law. But to see, then we referred to the law, there was nothing like that. But police has to, you have to report the accident to police. So we said that can take place. Don't have any shortcuts to that. That's the duty of the people who have met the accident. But they wait on the road until they take the measurements, where the insurance have to see whose fault is this. So we said no, that we don't need. I don't think that we need in police report to pay insurance claims. Earlier, the practice was, when you meet an accident, taking from this incident, you get stranded for a couple of hours. Then after that, the parties who are involved in the accident are being taken to the police station. They had to go and make a police entry. To make the police entry, you had to again spend a couple of hours. Having spent a couple of hours and been in the police station giving the statement, then the police says, you have to come and get the copy of it, but not today. They give another date for them to come. Then they come back, then they get a photocopy of that, then you have to get it signed by them. Having done that, after that, the insurance is being informed. Now they are ready with the police report. Please come and do the inspection. To do the inspection, the people at that time, before this thing came into play, they have to pile up couple of claims for them to go and see.
Big hassle.
Big hassle. Anyway, at that time, a normal accident, for the people to get the money into their hand, it took more than 4 months. We said all this has to cut short, and we had to see that the people get their money, if possible, within 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. But then we said no, on the spot. We said people should get the money within 24 hours. Then we had to make so much of plans to make sure that the people get the money within 24 hours, and the cars or whatever the vehicle that have met an accident need not be stranded on the road. They can move to any place, and they can go and make their own statement to the police, but the insurance will come and pay you the claim. So what we made sure was that the accident takes place, and at that time, just to elaborate a little bit on this, for our engineer, earlier they had to take assessors from outside. So when you take people from outside, they come at their own, they take their own time. But here we made sure that our own people visit it, whether it's one accident or few accidents, at the same time, we have few people to visit them. Then what happened was, there's so much of talk, the people will claim extra, the person who goes it will not assess the claim. It doesn't matter, but we have to do this. We'll see when we reach that stage. Anyway, our people managed to visit any accident, any part of Sri Lanka within 47 minutes. Now today we have cut down it to 27 minutes.
Right.
And our future goal is to make it less than 25 minutes and call it faster than pizza.
Oh, right. Very interesting, and we are so glad that this thought was originated in your mind, as you have made all our lives much more safer and more convenient today. So at the same time, Selingkuh Insurance has been internationally recognized, and you have won the most innovative insurance company in Asia award, bringing credit not only to your organization but to the entire insurance industry in Sri Lanka. So can you talk about these international recognitions?
Yeah, because when you are competing in Asia for an award, you have to write to them and give them a resume of the process of this scheme on the spot. The time it is taken, who's going to inspect it, what are the areas that you are covering in the country, whether it is 24/7, 365 days, call centers. So at the same time we initiated, and we had the first call center from an insurance company, 24/7, 365 days of the year, with a line open to the customers to report the accidents.
Okay.
So when we send them the process, there were 4,300 applicants for that innovation of the year from the companies in Asia. And don't forget, in Asia, all the European companies are also participating in it, because they have their rep officers, or they have their country officers in Asia.
In Asia, okay.
So all of us competed, this 4,300 company, and they found also you have to mention the market share that you have got as a result of this. So evaluating all that by a panel of 7 judges in the insurance industry and outside, they found that this is the most innovative product that has come into the market for that year, and it came from Selingkuh Insurance Sri Lanka. So I mean, we are very happy and glad and proud to receive that honor from the insurance industry in Asia.
Right.
So I mean, thereafter we have won few other awards, but this was the best award. And again, 3 years after that, again for innovation of another product that we introduced to the market, where we introduced to the supermarkets, where when you buy goods from a supermarket, that the bill that you pay will be your insurance cover.
Okay.
And it accumulates. So there are a few products like that we introduced, and after 3 years again we got the recognition of being the most innovative company in Asia. I think this innovation runs in the veins and the blood in the people of the Selingkuh Insurance. Right. They always would like to think differently, act differently, and see what they can do faster than the others, which could be beneficial to the customers.
Right. So with that, let's have a look at the entire insurance industry in Sri Lanka. You have a whole range of insurance policies, ranging from motor insurance and fire insurance and many more. So what are the segments that are in highest demand right now in Sri Lanka?
It's a motor product. Okay. Is the highest demand. Then you get health insurance. It comes as second. Then you have traditional insurance like fire, marine, engineering policies. They are not that in demand, that they did for necessity. Then the life products are also, there are some products that are demand, where it covers the life and health both. So if you take, these are the 3 areas that have the most demand in the insurance public.
Right. So apart from those favorites, certain other segments have quite a low penetration in the market. If you look at life insurance, the penetration level is less than 14% if you look at the total population. What do you think are the reasons for this situation? Is it due to lack of awareness, or due to lack of knowledge?
I will not say it's due to the lack of awareness. What has happened is that at the time that the insurance industry was denationalized, I think the penetration was not more than 2.5%. So they have come a long way of coming up to 14%. But there is a bigger market that they can reach. One hindrance that the public they have is the disposable income. Their disposable income matters a lot for them to contribute into a life policy. But having said that, life is a bottomless market. If you take the general side, I think they have covered about 82%.
Okay.
And still another about 18% is there for you to go. But in the life side, having covered 14%, with the disposable income improving and people getting more knowledgeable about the life insurance, I'm sure they will reach that stage in time to come.
Okay, and at the same time, you have been voted as People's Insurance Company of the Year, not once, not twice, but for 11 consecutive years, and that is quite a long period to hold on to this award. So how do you hold on to this award for such a long period of time?
Actually, I think if you look at the award itself, it's a People's Insurance Company.
Yes.
So in the top of the mind of the people, the Selinco insurance flag is there.
Okay.
So when they're talking about insurance, the people think it's Selinco.
Okay.
And the public knows the amount of the insurance products that we have introduced to the market, how much convenience that we have given them, how much of areas that we have covered, the benefits that they have got, and especially coming to claim settlement. I mean, today we settle any size of a claim within 14 days. And if you take the insurance, the very thing, you say that you will bring back you to what you were before the incident. So if you take a longer period to do that, your businesses or personally you are suffering. So we make sure any size of a claim will be settled within 14 days. True to our word, if you take even the recent the floods, all claims were settled in 12 days.
Right.
And we paid, for these claims, we paid over 2.5 billion. But what is our role in insurance? What is our responsibility in insurance? Why are the people insuring?
To be there when you need them.
When you need them. And they want their claims settled fast.
Right.
So we are one company who have given a lot of prominence for claim settlement, and it has to be fast.
Okay, and you have also been the CEO. Something unique about your profile is that you've been the CEO of this organization for the past 28 years. So you've had the rare opportunity of working with different generations. So how do you find working with new generation?
Well, I must say it's a challenge. I think some wouldn't have been even born 20 years ago when I came
you joined,
in the industry. The difference is there's so much room for them to learn, and there's so much of room for you to learn from them. And changes are something that we always would like to make for the benefit of the people who are working, plus the public. So as I told you earlier, we have to make sure that the staff is very happy. And when we call for the new blood, I mean, there are things that we can learn from them, but also we have to teach them ethics, principles, history, corporate culture. So this is how we gel with them, and we all are equal. We say that in this organization, it's the position only that you carry.
Okay.
But others, we all are equal.
Yes,
So we have a lot of camaraderie with the staff, and that we make them to feel the place that they spend most of their time in life interesting.
Okay, so being a successful business personality in Sri Lanka, when you look back, what do you see as your key strengths in your corporate sector?
Well, basically, I say that you have to be very truthful. You have to be very unbiased. And also I say, don't have any shortcuts for your success.
Okay.
You have to go to the mill. You have to be a very fair person with your staff, with your customers, with your stakeholders, and give them a hearing and take the best, fairest solution that you can give. So I can attribute That is the question that you asked me.
Okay. At the same time, you have over 425 outlets all over the country. So how do you ensure consistency in service delivery in such a situation?
Because we also have this training of staff, and also we have certain policies and principles that they have to follow. In fact, there's a guide, a booklet that we have and we give to the staff. These are the things that you have to follow in your day-to-day job. That's not all. When we went for the expansion, we have to see that we take people and train them properly. And also, as I told you a little earlier, give them the corporate culture, ethics, and what the customers expect from them more than the companies expect from you. If you satisfy the customer, the company is going to be more than satisfied. So, with this distribution network of 425, we are ever increasing. By before the end of this year, we'll have another 75 branches added to it and we'll make it 500. See the amount of jobs that we are creating. See the amount of awareness, see the amount of access that the people have in whatever the village or the town or wherever you are. Right. And our principle is, anyone who throws a stone in Sri Lanka should land in a Selinco insurance outlet.
Okay.
So we are keeping on expanding the network of branches.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was indeed a pleasure having you, and it was indeed an honor having you with us today.
Thank you, Nisanga. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me again.
Right. With that, we will move on to a short commercial break, and we will be back with you soon with more updates.